Welcome. Today, guys, we're going to be watching a video called The Top 10 Best Inventions for Lazy People. I, for one, am a lazy person. I know you watching, you're a lazy person too. So let's watch the best 10 things for us.
Entrepreneurs have created ingenious inventions.
We're starting off with a little bed that makes itself.
It's a fast-growing
Or
market, and
babies that
today's
clean the
video is on
floor.
10 best inventions for lazy people.
Something that gets the
Number
sock
10,
off.
The chairless chair.
This isn't for lazy
Chairless
people.
chair is an exoskeleton
That's an
that lets
actual
you take a
practical
seat
design.
anywhere. It's being pegged as an ergonomic break.
That's not for lazy people. That's like something incredibly creative. Saves your joints. Saves your back as you get old. I'm not old. Honestly, I promise I'm not old. But I'd like to use that.
Spend all day on their feet or bending over and lifting heavy loads. There are obviously lazier applications to this gizmo. Like having a portable
When are they
seat to
going to
watch
use
a
this
soccer game
poorly?
or wait for a train, or having a quick
That's
rest
not
anywhere
lazy.
you can't
You can
find
give your
people
seat up to one of the elderly or a pregnant lady,
It might not have
and
the same
then you have your own
functionality
seat
for
just sat in the middle.
location.
And if someone's like, oh, can you move? You just stand up and walk away. This 100% is not a lazy invention. So number 10, we're starting off weak. We'll say weak. We'll give it a 2 out of 5 lazy rating. A 2 out of 5 lazy rating. That's smart. If it's comfortable, that's smart. I'd buy one of these. I would purchase one of these. I wonder how much one of these is. I wonder how much one of these is.
And bikes are popular when their counterparts are
Okay.
cheaper, but more
Electric.
physically demanding to
So they're
use.
compared to electric scooters and electric bikes?
Self-lacing
9.
shoes.
This is smart. There's football boots like this now.
Moviegoers were presented with a future.
Yeah, the Air Mags. The Air Mags. These shoes are worth like 20k, I think. Look at those. Those shoes are sick. Those shoes are unbelievable. And the main man, Marty McFly. It's crazy how they look exactly like the film. And they actually lace themselves. So worth the money. I'd cop a pair of Air Mags.
Fox himself is living with Parkinson's disease, a neurodegenerative disorder that affects predominantly dopamine-producing neurons.
Oh, and yeah, other than the fact that they're really cool shoes, they're actually really practical. Definitely didn't slip my mind that they're practical as well as cool. But I don't think there's going to be a granny wearing a pair of 20 grand Air Mags.
Nike's shoes are battery-powered and charge wirelessly using a wall outlet accessory, meaning the tech inside is reliable.
A wall outlet?
For as long as the battery lives.
Whoa. Can you replace the battery though? Look how cool they look. I don't even care if they're like double high tops. They look sick. Yeah, you have like football boots which like lace themselves essentially, or laceless ones, or like Velcro at the back, which may sound like I'm 6 years old again, but Velcro football boots are very good.
If something as leisurely as eating ice cream could be made easier.
This is a lazy invention. We'll give the Air Mags, so the self-lacing shoes, we'll give them a 5 out of 5 for lazy because they're also practical. Like, you could 100% be lazy and use these shoes. 100%.
Ice cream cone, which rotates the cone for you to get the perfect.
Does it stay rotating?
With the push of a button, the color plastic cone begins to spin, so the ice cream
Very lazy. Very, very lazy.
There's a point to be made about the efficiency of this contraption.
Efficiency doesn't matter.
The ice cream onto your tongue quicker.
Doesn't matter.
That leaves less time for the cone to melt and drip onto your shirt.
Efficiency doesn't matter about efficiency. Just care about the laziness factor. And this is very lazy. You could just... But no. This is... and I'm a big fan of this. This is a 4. We'll give this a 4 out of 5 on the laziness scale. 4 out of 5. I swear as a kid, brain freeze never used to hurt. But as I got older, it's now like the most excruciating pain ever. I mean, that doesn't happen often, just sometimes to me.
Let us know how you would improve this invention in the comments below.
Wouldn't improve it. Already great.
Portable sleep pod. Tech companies like Google were the first
portable sleep pod
as part of the regular office furniture.
Kind of cool.
Now, other big companies and universities
again, practical, not so much lazy.
Seem like a fun way to slack off during the workday. Research has shown that short
like,
naps can
you could go to uni, have done your assignment all last night, stayed up late, in your break, sleep pod. Practical, not so lazy. Not so lazy. So I'll give it more of a 2 out of 5 on the lazy scale, because it's not necessarily something for lazy people. Because I think in like China, possibly, they encourage you to sleep at work because it shows that you're working hard. So, oh, imagine whale noises. That would be so calming. Just whale noises for an hour in your head. Oh. The sock slider. Again, not so lazy. The sock adder is lazy. You could just put it on yourself. But again, yeah, I wouldn't say this is practical. This is I've dropped me sock. I've dropped me sock. But again, that bit is practical for people who can't do it. However, if we're talking about able-bodied people who can do this, this is very, very lazy. What if that's lazy? Getting your socks off is lazy. Unless you can't, of course, then it's not. But that's lazy. This is a 3. This is a 3 out of 5 on the laziness scale, 100%. What if you get stuck? Ping! Yeah, that would be unfortunate. It's kind of innovative. Alright, if you're an able-bodied person and you use this, it's lazy, otherwise very innovative. Very innovative.
So you don't miss any of our videos.
Number 5.
Baby mop and shoe mop. Parenting is hard. Those watching over
a baby mop? I don't think that's very healthy for your baby to be scooting around cleaning the floor. And they're not necessarily going to clean the whole floor. They'll probably like just smudge it around the floor and then put it in their mouth and then get ill, and then you've got an ill baby, and I imagine that that's not a good thing. The shoe thing is kind of cool. If you can't bend down, you just whack it on your feet and get scooting about, sliding, doing skids on the floor. But I feel like your child is going to get very ill very quickly. But he's not got it on his hands, so he's just going to put his hands in the milk, and now you've got a milky child. Yeah, that's a good idea. You can just shuffle along. I do that anyway. Socks on, shoes. Whoa, okie dokie. You put your left foot in, your right foot out. Oh yes, Dwell. 4. We're getting to the good stuff now.
Everybody's done it at least once. You run to the kitchen in the middle of the big game to grab another can of booze, but missed a huge play while hustling back
a beer robot.
Just in time to see the
wait, a beer robot?
Friends who got to see greatness unfold in front of their eyes on live TV. Robotic beer fridges are here to change.
Oh, it's a beer fridge.
Called the PR2 can load
that's incredible. Very lazy. 5 out of 5 this is. 5 stars. Huge. Huge.
The best part is it comes to you.
I think you have to have quite a big house. You couldn't be living in like a little bungalow, which you got your settee everywhere, I thought you just bump into stuff. Couldn't get around corners. 5 out of 5. You can get whatever. You can get beer. You can get fizzy drink. Can you like program it to get you snacks as well?
Each of which was filled to the brim with ice-cold, refreshing Asahi beer.
Good beer pour as well.
Stepped up to the plate with the voice-controlled robot refrigerator that
voice control.
To your commands when you call on it.
So you just shout. You shout, "Fridge! Fridge! Mr. Fridge! Mr. Fridge, please come in here!"
When you beckon, you don't have to worry about the fridge spilling your drink or getting
I just dented the floor.
like a drunken Roomba either.
Ah, the Roomba.
Sensors that let it map out the room.
Maps out the room. Oh, what we see at the start. What if you're in it? What if you're in the bed? Can it like tuck you in?
You were just going to mess up the sheets that night
Doggo.
and crawl back into bed anyway. With Selfie, both you and your mother
So you just got a lazy child.
Self-made bed spreader capable of getting
Okay.
that crispy look right every
Show
time
me.
with
Show me how it works.
button. The device holds the comforter on top of the bed using 2 guide rails that operate
Okay.
kind of like motorized window
Just
blocks.
scoots it along.
Push one button and
5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 stars. Fantastic. I hate making my bed.
The inventor of the bed, Enrico Berruti,
Does it let go?
disabled individuals who would have a difficult time making their own traditional bed when designing the Selfie, but admitted that his own laziness was a key driver in motivating him to design the world's lowest maintenance bed frame.
Why is some of these things not mainstream?
One man helps those with other needs. Those with mobility issues might be grateful for easing the pain caused by such a trivial chore. So it's not always the couch potato who benefits most from creations like Enrico Berruti's. Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, the penultimate thing.
Do you live at home with mom
Nah,
and dad?
was that a pedal for a toilet seat?
Situation with roommates? I guarantee you've had the
Was that a
option to
toilet
put
seat
the
pedal?
seat up or down, and it's time to solve that problem once and for all. A toilet lid pedal is both fun to use. Just stomp it to lift the seat and let her rip.
Okay, incredibly useful in a social setting, but in your house? Oh, actually, so you don't smash the toilet seat. I'm sure many of my male audience, unless you have a shiwi, and you want to use a shiwi when you go to the toilet, when you lift up that toilet seat and you accidentally slams back down and it's late at night and you're looking around praying that you haven't woke anyone up, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Honorable mention 1.
Okay, into the honourable mentions.
Sticking with the bathroom improvement motif,
What is this?
bidet is a staple in many countries.
Nah, bidet, 10 out of 10. Screw the 5-star, 10 out of 10. Should have been first.
Popular in North America.
Not even an honourable mention, should have been first.
Gross. Which would you rather use to clean up a peanut butter stain? A wet rag or a dry piece of tissue paper? If you chose the tissue paper, you're insane. The bidet is the wet rag of bathroom wipes.
Thank you.
Contactless system to
The
ensure once
bidet.
you've done your business,
Little bit of
the back end is clean as a whistle.
Nope.
A water jet shoots from the underside of the toilet
Into
to
your
remove any residue
backside.
and can be modified to suit a user's
When you're
preferences
rich, you get
regarding
one of these.
temperature, height, and
Or
angle
you
of
live
the water stream. Some
in
even
a
feature
culture
pulsing action
which
for a little
you
sensory
get the
surprise
luxury
as
of
well.
this.
Upgrade your life and get
I, for one, have only used a bidet once on holiday, and it was a
all you need is a wrench set and 20 minutes.
pleasant experience, but then you have to dry.
Honorable mention 2.
Honourable mention 2.
Do you have a dog that won't
Doggos.
stop tackling
It's a
your
win.
luggage?
Should have been in there already.
Furbo solves that problem by letting you dispense your
Just
pet's
fires out.
tickets at the
Just
push of a
fires
button on
out.
your smartphone.
Oh, you can release it. Oh, you can release treats for your dog. But then wouldn't your dog just like sit there all day waiting for treats?
It helps your dog
And then,
establish a positive
depending if you've got a nice doggo or a bad
Use
doggo,
treat tossing as a
well, look at
distraction
it.
for situations like anxious pacing, licking, or barking.
wouldn't it just attack it and just break your expensive Furbo? Oh, it could get your mail, and you could be like, come here, Kojo, come here, Kojo, and then it could just, bloop,
They ensure your pet stays fed without
just
someone
fire out some treats at your doggo.
It comes in handy when you have a day full of errands and an uncertain window of time where you think your pet may be hungry when you're not around. Number
Ooh.
1.
Okay, number 1. For all my alcoholics out there, shout out my alcoholics. I'm not involved in this one, but shout out to you guys. You're important too.
No problem with the wine yolk, which
The old wine.
It's
She's there like, yeah, cheers.
The flexible rubber allows for any stem glass to be inserted.
Okay.
Can withstand over 50.
Yeah, wee, free drinks, lads.
It allows the more extroverted types to talk and laugh while lowering the risk of ruining the host's expensive white rug or breaking a glass while just trying to have a conversation.
I mean, not for lazy people, again, more practical. And because I'm not a drinker, I'm going to give this 1 out of 5. And this is number 1 as well. A 1 out of 5. Encourages drinking? I mean, I'm all for a good time, but guys, that was the top 10 best inventions for lazy people like myself and you. That's right, you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a little comment what you guys think the best lazy invention in this video was. We gave a couple 5 stars, then there was the 10 out of 10, and there was a couple 1s and 2s. If you would like to see me react to a video, please leave your suggestions down in the comments. But until next time, guys, thank you and goodbye.